Hello and welcome again to Binary News, your daily dose of focused gaming news. Myself, Marta. Today is the 12th of July and this time I have some rather interesting news for you regarding the Uncharted franchise, as Shuhei Yoshida has made some comments basically saying that the Uncharted series would be a good candidate for a PS4 remaster. Of course, remasters have been kind of a thing lately on the PS3, and of course it's becoming a thing as well on the PlayStation 4, with The Last of Us making its way, and of course we're going to be having GTA 5 come out on the PS4 and Xbox One, of course, as well as the PC. Now, when asked by Eurogamer if Sony plans to update more PS3 games for release on the PlayStation 4, Yoshida said, quote, "There are requests from some consumers for games that were released later in the generation, like Uncharted, which people might have missed. That would be a good candidate. We don't want to flood the market with remade games either." Now, he also made an interesting point that almost half of PS4 owners didn't previously own a PlayStation 3, and he said, quote, "That's lots of people that missed exclusive PS3 titles like The Last of Us, so it's a great way to welcome those people back to PlayStation, saying this is what you missed." It's a rather interesting figure, to be honest. I wouldn't have thought that the figure for the people who own a PS4 but didn't own a PS3 would be quite that high, so I guess that is your fun fact for the day. Still, I can definitely agree with his comments that too many remakes, too many reboots are definitely a bad thing. You know, we don't want to have like, hey, this game's been remade, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. That would be a bit much, but I think Uncharted on the PlayStation 4, yeah, you can't really complain about that. I actually have not played Uncharted because I didn't have a PlayStation 3. I was a poor student at the time of the PlayStation 3's release, so I couldn't afford it and ended up getting an Xbox 360. Even then, that was about a year or so after it came out, so obviously much reduced price. So obviously I missed out on some exclusives, which would be nice if I could eventually play, such as Uncharted. I've heard, of course, nothing but praise and good things. Some, of course, some flaws in the franchise to be sure, but overall the buzz surrounding the franchise is overall good, and of course we have Uncharted 4 coming out, so it would make perfect sense for this to be a good time for Naughty Dog to get cracking on an Uncharted reboot or remake or whatever for the PlayStation 4. I think they should definitely choose carefully which games they choose to bring to the PlayStation 4. Of course, as he said, oversaturating with remakes is not a good thing, so you need to pick and choose carefully. So yeah, out of curiosity though, entertain me for a moment a question. Which games from the olden times, and I do mean like way back, not recently, like say old school games from like, I don't know, the Genesis era or something like that, what games from your childhood would you like to see make their way to the PlayStation 4, or just be remade in general? It doesn't really matter about the platform, could be PS4, Xbox One, PC, whatever. Just which games would you like to see be brought back to life in a HD format? Personally, for me, I've always been asking for a Streets of Rage reboot. That would be amazing, but probably will never ever happen, unfortunately. I think Shank and Shank 2 are about as close as I'm going to get to that, unfortunately. Anyway, do let me know, guys, and I'll see you next time.